A claps.
T-Squad, come on in, come on in. If you have not heard the news, which is everywhere today, Jada Pinkett Smith is on a press tour for her new autobiography, which comes out next week, called Worthy. And one of the parts in the book that she reveals is that she and Will have lived completely separate lives since 2016, and everybody has been in an uproar about it, honey. But I don't even understand how people are surprised. They didn't told us already that they took a break from each other and was seeing other people. Y'all, I guess people just naturally assumed that at some point they got back together. So, according to Deadline, Jada Pinkett Smith recalled the infamous Oscar slap as she revealed she and Will Smith have been living completely separate lives since 2016. Pinkett Smith revealed the news in her new memoir, Worthy, and she spoke about the incident in an interview with People. She recalled watching her husband storm the stage during the 2022 Academy Awards and slap presenter Chris Rock after he made a joke about her shaved head. She suffers from alopecia, which causes hair loss. I thought this is a skit, Pinkett Smith told People, not believing it was real at first. I was like, there's no way that Will hit him. It wasn't until Will started to walk back to his chair that I even realized it wasn't a skit. She said the first words she said to Will when they were alone backstage were, "Are you okay?" Pinkett Smith also spoke with NBC News' Hoda Cobb on Today about the couple's separation. She told Cobb the couple had not previously gone public with the news because they were not ready yet. They were still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership, she said. Pinkett Smith also said there were a lot of things that led to the fracturing of the relationship. She explained that by 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were still both kind of stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be. Pinkett Smith and Smith have been married since 1997. Pinkett Smith said they are not legally divorced and do not plan to divorce. She said she made a promise that there would never be a reason for her and Smith to divorce, and I just haven't been able to break that promise, she said. Pinkett Smith's memoir, Worthy, releases October 17th. I have had this book on my wish list for quite some time, and I will be reading it when it drops next week. I've seen a lot of chatter in the comment section on social media today with people saying, Jada has ruined Will and she's the culprit and she's evil and she's ruined him and all of this stuff. And this man done slapped this man and y'all ain't even been together since 2016. Like, do y'all understand that Will Smith is a grown man with his own mind? Like, that lady ain't put no spell on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, if he didn't want to be with her anymore, if he wanted a divorce, he would do so. They obviously have made a decision as a couple to remain with each other in whatever new normal is normal for them. It might not be conventional to some, but it's works for them. Obviously, they have a family. They obviously still love each other. And they trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Back in 2016 is when, she was messing with August Alsina. And I think that people tend to forget that Will Smith had him a whole boo thing. Like, y'all forget that part. Well, let me remind you, her name was Heidi De La Rosa. And according to an article that I found from May 16, 2017, it stated 48-year-old actor Will Smith may have gotten caught creeping with Heidi De La Rosa. The Dominican Puerto Rican model is signed to IMG Models and is said to be on a couples trip in North Africa with her bestie, supermodel Chanel Iman, Chanel's New York Giants wide receiver boyfriend, Sterling Shepard, and Will Smith. The rumor of the four jets setting together was spotted on Twitter when someone pointed out how both Will and Heidi were visiting the same countries at the same time and taking pictures with the same background. As you can see in this photograph, Will took on May 6th of that year. He put just leaving Cairo. Wow, thanks for the love, Egypt. I shall return. Well, guess who took the same photograph, same pose, and even captioned it the same? Thanks for the love, Egypt. It was a mind-blowing experience. Okay. That's just one piece of evidence of him and his boo thing back then. The article also went on to say while Heidi waited till late March to post her Egypt pics, Chanel Iman showed they were all together during the first week of March, the same week as Will. They went to Morocco together on a couples trip. This is a photograph of Heidi and Chanel together doing that trip. And they went to Cuba together. As you can see, April 30th, Will Smith posted this saying, thanks to Kadir Lopez for opening his home to my friends and I tonight, first day in Cuba. Wow. And then here is a post from Heidi showing that she too was in Cuba. Now, what really sent social media in an uproar during this time, and I will never ever forget this because I was witnessing it in real time, and it was when Will Smith followed Heidi on Instagram. And he followed her and she was liking his post. He was liking hers. And I will never forget the day he was in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, filming for a movie during that time. And she was there with him. And they were both posting the same post during that time of like this like slave plantation or wherever where he was filming. And everybody in his comment section was eating him up. Like, they were going in on Will. It was like, I can't believe you cheating on Jada and you just being sloppy with it, this, that, and the third. I mean, they were dogging him. He was trying to go into the comment section and erase certain posts, but it just got to the point where he ended up unfollowing her. I don't know if they stopped messing around at that time because this was around the time when Red Table Talk had just began, okay? And we didn't know about the August Alsina stuff or whatever during that time. And let's not forget his rumored affair with Margot Robbie, who he co-starred in the movie Focus with, okay? Those rumors swirled crazy, okay? And one of the articles I found from that time, around April 2013, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett's rumor of open marriage surfaced after her conversation with Huffington Post Live, where she said, I've always told Will, you can do whatever you want as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and be okay, she told the outlet. Following that, Smith met with Margot Robbie in the set of Focus. The rumor stirred when a few snaps of the stars appeared in the news. In one photo, the Bad Boys actor, then 45, wrapped his arms around Robbie, then 23, neck. In another, Robbie pulled her shirt up, exposing her bra. Will also pulled his shirt up and touched his naked chest against her back. Later, a source who witnessed the photo shoot revealed to Star magazine that quite steamy details about the stars happened on set. He wasn't acting like a married man. He gave no signs that he was in a committed relationship. What kind of married man would go into a photo booth with a sexy 23-year-old and start to undress, the source told Star magazine. That was not all, according to the source. A lot happened on the set, and the photo shoot was just the tip of the iceberg. Smith was a married man already, and his attitude towards Robbie was not like a man in a committed relationship. Rather, as per the source, Smith gave a piggyback ride to Robbie. Once they pulled the curtain back to take the pictures, they let their inhibitions run wild, laughing, hugging, and nuzzling each other in the dark. The source added, Margot directed Will before each pose, and she asked Will to take a sexy picture with her as she pulled up her shirt and exposed her lingerie for Will and the camera. They were hanging all over each other, laughing like they were a new couple in love, the source told. When the photo shoot ended, the Barbie actor climbed on Smith's back and headed to his trailer. The source also revealed that they never returned to collect the pictures, and they were gone all night after leaving the party. When Star Magazine ran the pictures, Robbie denied the rumors. She writes on Twitter about the rumor, "Been working nonstop, just catching my breath. There's absolutely no truth to the ridiculous rumor," in Star Magazine, adding that it's disappointing that goofing around on set could be taken out of context. Okay, girl. What? Girl, that man was married. Girl, bye. Anywho, but those rumors swirled heavily during that time that they were messing around. And during that time is when him and Jada were like really going through it in their marriage, and you can tell things were really getting bad between them two. So all of this talk about Jada embarrasses Will and they embarrass each other. Like, stop. But yes, they both were seeing other people during that time period and probably still are. Like she said, they have been separated now since 16, 17. So for me, it's like whatever works for them. If this is the type of relationship they want to have it. It ain't affecting my life at all. They obviously are choosing to stay with one another. It's not like they have small children or anything where they're trying to stay with each other for the kids. They're staying with each other because they obviously still want to be tied to one another. And it's obvious that they still have love and adoration for one another. They're still very close. And they're still very affectionate. Now, I don't know what they in and out and they, day-to-day issues are with each other. But whatever they doing is obviously working for them. Whether that's them being in an open marriage, being separated, get divorced, be together. I don't know, don't care. It's not a shock to me. I can't wait to read the book to get even more context. I read Will Smith's biography and got his side of the story of how things in their marriage ended up breaking down. They're both heavily into therapy and psychological analysis and all of that type of stuff. So if Will don't want to be there, he won't be there. And he is a person that, upon reading his biography, he firmly believes in marriage. He does not want to get a divorce again. He didn't even want to get a divorce the first time, even though he was in love with Jada during that time. It took for Cherie to leave him for them to get a divorce. But he is a person that believes in the sanctity of marriage, however that looks for him. And obviously she believes in it too. So hey, it is what it is. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section how y'all feel about all of this. Let's talk about it. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.